Look, John, we're forever sealed, you and I, because when I was doing that speech the other day, you were right at my right hand.
I sort of sabotaged it, didn't I?
Lovely.
Yes. Anyway,
You didn't sabotage it. It was
you're
a good point you made.
Well, I was only pointing out that, we've got a couple of serial mass murderers, and one of them is a lot more successful than the other.
It's extraordinary.
Brenton Tarrant's only on 51, and he's not in a good position to improve his score.
Twitter went crazy on that rubbish, and yet they're not looking at the number of dead from this injury.
No, they don't.
And not looking at over 40,000 injured. So what is up with that? It's just crazy. We've got to get reporting of truth.
How many have died of the infection? Maybe 52. Are they really saying that all those hundreds of people that have actually died of the injection haven't died? With these wonderful people at the Health Forum behind me here at the Health Forum tent with photographs of people.
It's such an important
maimed, probably sterilised when the truth is told.
It's heartbreaking.
Are they really denying all that?
But what do you think is happening here, John? Because that horror is, as much as that's horrific, this is on the other side equally in terms of love,
This is a cross between a love-in, a music festival, and a university.
Did you know
I've learned more here than I learned at the university down the road.
Do you know they're calling it a pro-fest?
Pro-fest?
No, pro-fest, F-E-S-T.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So it's a pro-fest. It's a festival of protesters, but it's a music festival. It's a glory festival. It's a love festival.
Yeah. I think it's all about honesty versus dishonesty. And as soon as they say the word anti-vaxxer, you can say, well, you're dishonest.
Absolutely.
And that's where everything flows from that. You're dishonest for saying that, because you know very well people here are not anti-vax. Most of them have had their shots. It's just that this isn't a vax. And so they start with a lie, and it just gets worse and worse and worse.
And also, why don't we take back anti-vaxxer and say anti-vaxxer means you're pro-researching, you're pro-questioning, you're pro not giving your power away to some politician, you're pro saying I'm not sure until I've investigated myself. In other words, your anti-vaxxer now means highly intelligent and independent and sovereign and able to stand up against the crowd and say I'm not sure until I've researched. So good on the anti-vaxxers.
Yes, it's a curiosity test as well. It breaks along the lines of I think, cowardice, honesty, and curiosity.
Absolutely. It's just incredible when you stand up and you are courageous and you say, I will not be manipulated and I will speak my truth. And everybody here is one of those people. It's extraordinary.
Here. Anyone whose curiosity stops at what Jacinda Ardern thinks, or Susie Wiles tells you that the injection goes on your arm and there's a bit of interaction with antibodies and everything's fine, that is probably a sign of mental illness, I think.
I think this will result in a country where the people never give our power away again, ever. No. I will never give my power to any leader. No. They will have to show from their actions that they're honourable, they have integrity, that they're sincere in their service, that they're not about money or power or gain for themselves. Then they'll get my respect, but they'll never get my sovereign power. I'll never say I need you to show me the way. I will be an adult showing myself the way and respecting my brothers and sisters who serve the community. But that's it. Never ever looking up to somebody. They'll be my equal and they'll show me that they deserve that place by their hard work.
We need politicians who don't want to be politicians to be politicians, don't we?
Totally.
We talked about this on the phone. I was interviewed by TVNZ and they tried to say, well, who are the leaders? Are you one of the leaders? Are you? You've been having meetings with you. I was having a meeting. I was in the bath. Like I said, there aren't any leaders as far as I can tell.
We're all leaders. We're all leading ourselves.
Yes, everybody's humble. Everybody's looking up. All the so-called leaders are looking up to the other so-called leaders.
Yes.
And nobody is really wanting to be that ultra supremo because
which is the new world. Which is the new world. We all feel disgusted at a leader who would say, I'm the one source of truth. That was it for a lot of Kiwis.
I know.
That is it.
I know.
Just do not do that. Don't do it in the churches. Don't do it in the communities, in the sports teams. Just be our equal. And that is New Zealand. Equality, respect, dignity. And otherwise it won't work.
Things here get done. The state turns the water on us. A guy turns up with a spade. Next thing you know, you've got a trench, you've got plumbers, you're putting road cones and providing pipes, and then it gets too hot, so they think, a fire might break out, so we better put fire hydrants. We better sweep up the hay and put water everywhere in case it catches fire. It's not me, it's not you, it's not him over there.
It's no one directing.
Somebody has an idea, certainly somebody has an idea and then it grows like wildfire. Nobody seems to be taking the credit for
So,
these
John,
ideas.
what is the key to that? The key to that is authenticity and
Yeah.
doing it from your heart,
Yes.
not doing it from some ego, not
Yes.
doing it from, I think I can get something if I do this. It's
That's
just,
right.
I want to give,
It's,
want to help.
it's mushy old love, isn't it?
It's mushy old,
Yes.
powerful
I mean,
old, fierce old love.
I do think there might need to be a bit of ferocity to end this thing, but I hope not. I mean, I hope she just gives up.
Love can be
I hope
very
she just gives
fierce,
up.
John.
Well,
Love
yes.
can be very fierce.
Yes.
Love is what got me up to say I'm not putting
Yes.
up with this.
Yes, I know.
Love
it
for
was.
this country,
I
and
know
it's
it was.
fierce. And you
Yes.
don't muck around with that kind of love.
But, you know, people are still being stabbed.
Yeah, I know.
Children are still going to be dying. So it has to stop.
Yeah.
She can't just take satisfaction. Oh, well, we've got all the loonies down there in front of us where we can see them, and we'll just carry on with our stabathon. We can't let, and April Fool's Day is going to be horrendous according to what some of the laws I've been hearing about. They passed. They're very hard working, our politicians, passing laws in the middle of the night, aren't they?
It's horrendous what they're doing.
We've got to stop. We've got to end it in March.
Absolutely. It will end before then. If Kiwis come here and see it and see the atmosphere, they will never again believe anything in mainstream media.
Yes.
And they will start to go, if mainstream media is lying and then they're reporting on the government, is the government lying? It'll just fall like dominoes. Come here and see it in Wellington.
Yes.
Come to Wellington as part of your civic duty.
We've got to get Lambton Quay up here. You get very miserable walking down Lambton Quay, seeing the Musketeers in what we call heat anyway.
I had so many men stopping and saying, I love your T-shirt.
Yes, yes.
Be kind, Jacinda, resign.
They might pop in the weekend and have a look, you know.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, anyway, I thought I was
Lovely to
interviewing
talk to you,
you.
John.
Yeah, so anyway,
It's always equal.
Interviewed each other. So
It's always equal.
thank you, Liz.
Lovely to see you.
very
Bye,
much.
John.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.